Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Basshunter and I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself, about my new album and about what's going on in my life in general. So let's try to reveal a few secrets and stuff like that. So let's get it on.
Now you're gone. There's an empty place in my heart. Without me on it, will break apart. It won't heal, it never fades away.
When you are listening to the album, you won't think like track number 3, 4, 6, 7 and 10 sounds kind of the same. Every track has its unique sound, and some of the tracks are a little bit more rocky, you know, like with electric guitars and cool drum beats and stuff like that. And some of the tracks are more melodic, and I'm using a female vocalist on 3 of the songs as well to make it more interesting to listen to.
Now you're gone.
Basically, when everyone is asleep, that's when my day of work begins. Wake up in the afternoon, open an energy drink, and then I move like 1.5 meters to my studio, which is 1.5 meters from my bed. Sit down, listen to the production, and it's like the first 5 minutes being awake. That's the most important 5 minutes, because you will listen to your production in another way. You will hear things that you wouldn't hear while producing it. After doing the edits that you want to, I record my vocals, and then maybe I'll bring up a few friends, like, do you want to listen, what do you think, get some feedback, I mean as many ears as possible to the production. So that's about it. That's how I produced and how I wrote my album.
All I ever wanted was to see you smiling. All I ever wanted was to.
When I'm gonna make a song, I begin from scratch, and I like to begin with a riff or the chorus, like just 20 seconds of it or something. I mean, because that's the most important thing in a song, the chorus and the riff. So if you can't get the riff or the chorus to work, there is no need to waste any time doing the verses, the intro, outro, blah blah blah. So just spot on chorus. If the chorus works, continue with the verse. And you kind of have the story in your head all the time, but you want the chorus to work, and that's where I begin. I don't really have any influences. I want to write songs that people can refer to. So, well, that's probably why most of the songs are about love.
I'm so alone, here on my own.
Love is a really good thing, and it's very easy to refer to. And you know, it's not about the same girl actually. I mean, there's like Now You're Gone and All I Ever Wanted. Those two, they are about the same girl. There's a lot of girls, you know, kind of gets me inspired into making this album. So I'm not gonna mention any names. Don't want to make it too personal, but well, we'll see how the tour will go on. I will be touring around in the UK for a while. I mean, who knows? Maybe the next album will be only love. Hopefully. I mean, definitely. In my Swedish music videos, I'm kind of the front person, and that's the total opposite when we're looking at the English music videos. And I think that is a really, really cool thing, because that's not really usual. It gives you a kind of mystery feeling watching the music videos. Like Basshunter, yeah, he's the DJing, but he's not really, you know, I'm always a part of the story, but in the background, and I think that's just so cool. I think it's really cool. And the second video is like a continuing story from the first video. So basically, when I'm gonna release my single number 65, we'll have a full video movie ready for the cinemas, hopefully. That would be really cool. If If you have been watching my music videos, you've probably noticed a girl with the name Ayla Lie. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She's half Norwegian, half Persian, and she started her, career in Big Brother, in Norwegian Big Brother, and then she's been touring around as a singer as well. I've met her on tour the last 2 years a couple of times. I didn't really spoke to her, so it was actually when we started shooting the videos when I started just talking to her. We had a dinner and stuff like that. And the thing is that she's a really, really sweet girl. She's very smart, funny, down to earth. She's hot, very. Maybe some of you are wondering. I can tell you that there's been nothing between us, but I'm still trying. Ayla Lie, coming for you.
You're in my eyes, in my head, in my soul, I feel you there.
Feels kind of weird, you know, choosing a favorite song of your own album, but it actually makes sense. My favorite song on the album is Camilla, actually, and that's only because it's a really funny story behind the song. This girl, Camilla, she's a journalist from Sweden, and she interviewed me on a hotel room in Stockholm, and it's just a funny story. The whole interview was about that she wanted to find out how I spend the last hours before I'm going to bed, before I go to sleep. So I mean, I took a shower and we were talking about blah blah blah, and I made this song for her for this show. So and she's like a little bit of a local celebrity now in Stockholm thanks to that. She was recently interviewed in Swedish television. They actually asked her about the song and what she felt about it, and I mean, it's just a cool story behind it, so probably that's why I like the song.
I don't wanna feel the way that I do. I just wanna be right here with you.
My earliest music memory is actually, I think I was like 6 years old or something, and my dad was like swinging me like in the house. It was like, you know, doing 360 thing, blah blah. I just loved it. And you probably won't know the track. It's a Swedish track. It's called Långa bollar på Bengt. It's translated into English, it's long shots on Bengt. Bengt is a Swedish name. It's just a crazy song. I don't know how I can explain it to you. I mean, you can try finding it anyway. It's the name is right here, and you can just search for it on Google or anything. I remember the first single that I bought. I don't remember which year when it was, but it was, I mean, kind of a long time ago. It was Fastball, The Way. I remember I was listening to it on the radio, and I'm kind of a person that if I hear a good song, I just want to keep listening to it, like repeat it many times. So I was like, Mom, can I have some money so I can go and buy this single? Yeah, sure you can. So I went to the music store and I bought this single, and I remember playing it for like every day, all the time for several weeks.